Hi guys, welcome to my smoke up. My name's Richie Santoro, and yeah, I thought I'm just going to smoke a cigar with you guys, and yeah, just give you a little review. So for this one, I've got an AJ Fernandez. It's called the Last Call, and this is a small stick. It's about a 4.5 with a 48 ring gauge. So quite small. It's got an interesting kind of overlap wrap at the bottom of the foot there, which was quite interesting. So yeah, a little bit about this cigar. So it's a Resido Ecuador binder, Nicaraguan filler, and obviously, you know, with that you should get some interesting flavours. The reviews I've seen online look pretty good for this, all quite well received, and yeah, I'm looking forward to tasting this out. It should be quite a good little sampler. I mean, I usually smoke the slightly longer type of cigars. I prefer a Toro or a Churchill length. It's like a bit more thicker, lasts longer, but this should still be pretty good. Yeah, as I say, the reviews I've read about this are pretty good. Quite well rated, and enjoyed in quite a lot of others that I've seen. So a little bit about the Last Call. I think originally this was blended as a sort of small batch cigar, and it said that this was, this blend was given to those visitors at AJ's factories back in the day, and now, they brought this out and it was made available as a released commercial product. Really nice smell on that. Very good fragrance just off the wrapper there. Construction's nice. No visible seams. Nice wrapped cap there. A double cap. Yeah, good construction. There's the band. Try and get that in view for you. There's a little bit of scorching around the top. That's just where I've slightly seasoned my cigar. I like to heat the top sometimes just to give it a bit more of a, because obviously when you're smoking it, when I smoke anyway, this is my own preference, obviously the top gets a little bit wet near the end, so I like it a little bit more crispier and stronger, because obviously I've had this in my own humidor at home, and yeah, that's just my own preference. So that's what those scorch marks are. This came perfect, impeccably done. So now in terms of the flavours of this, and we'll see how this smokes, the tasting notes are said to be a kind of I think it's a black pepper, cedar, nuts and cinnamon. I think some people say milk chocolate and other types of flavours, but we'll see. So let's go ahead and toast this up. And I know some people like to dry smoke these just to kind of see how they draw, but when I'm usually doing this, I pretty much just spark it up and then do the sample. Much better to really see how it is when it's lit, rather than just a dry draw. You're not really going to get anything. Wow, really good smoke output straight away. Really nice. Pepper, definitely getting that pepper. Bit of cedar, definitely got a punch to it, slight subtle spice. There's a little bit of sweetness on the wrapper, just tiny taste, maybe a bit of a slight cinnamoniness. Definitely They say it's a medium to full flavour. I'm definitely getting a more of a fuller flavour on this. I have had this in the humidor for a little while, to be honest, so it's possible that it's picked up a little bit more of that maturity. Little bit of a retrohale there. Definitely taste the cedar coming through, a bit more of a woody earthy flavour. Getting earth, getting the wood. Burning well. It's just forming a nice cone there, good burn. And I'm outdoors, there's a bit of wind here today. Nice flavours, very nice flavour. You can see I'm pairing this with a nice cup of tea. This is an English tea or an Earl Grey. Gives a nice creamy finish to the cigar. Going really well. Pulls really well, really smooth. A very nice open draw. You can see I've got a clean cut on the end there. Nice open draw. Getting more sweetness coming through now. Definitely a sweeter fragrance. Nice burn, plenty of smoke, nice plumes coming off that. And that is burning really nice. There's no problem with the burn, forming a nice cone. And it's tasting really good. Enjoying this first part of the cigar here. The first third, as they say. And I'm not an expert, I just enjoy a cigar or two. And I like trying cigars, and because I've got quite a few different ones, I smoke so many different ones, to be honest, I thought why not just do my own review. This is a not expert's opinion, this is just someone that likes a nice cigar once in a while. Maybe now more than then, just sharing his humble opinion with you guys, and if you enjoy it, fantastic. If not, don't watch it, you can find someone else to enjoy. Beautiful smoke, fantastic output. Burning real nice. And as I was saying, where I am, I'm outdoors, I'm here in the UK. Miserable cold, crap weather as usual. I suppose at this time of year it is winter time now. End of autumn. And what better way to warm yourself up? A nice cigar and a cup of tea. That is really good. That is really nice. And with the shorter stick, obviously, and I am smoking a bit quicker today whilst I'm talking to you guys, you know, obviously that is going to smoke faster, because when I talk and I enjoy cigar, I sort of get into it more, whereas normally I might put this down for a while, take it back up, but I'm just going to enjoy this. I'm just going to keep smoking it. I might fast forward this up a bit just so so you guys don't get bored, and come back with a bit more later. But anyway, great cigar. Really enjoying this flavour. yeah, I'm getting a little bit of chocolate here now, a bit of a chocolatey taste of milk chocolate. Still got that pepperness, that black pepper. It's not bitter. Chocolate, definitely that cedar, that kind of very nice woodiness. Yeah, generally a nice smoke. Enjoying this very much. Ash forming nicely. Got those nice dimes forming on the end there. Great flavours, really good. Happy with this one. I got this here in the UK, not from a single tobacconist. I use the online services and they mail drop you the cigars. I usually buy them individually. This was part of what they call like a weekend smoke sampler pack, and I'm glad I got it, or I probably wouldn't have necessarily tried this. I've got some other AJ Fernandez cigars, but not this particular one, not the Last Call. This is nice, it's a very pleasant smoke. Smooth burn, I haven't had to touch that up at all. See, I'm gonna flick some ash and let's just see how that looks. Cool, nice. Yeah, it came off smoothly. Nice cone. And I'll be right back. Hi there if you're still with me. Wow. Super smooth, very smooth and creamy. That's going well with my tea. And that's a really nice burn. Really nice. And even though it's quite windy outside, I mean, sure, I've got the tarp up, but this is doing very well indeed. It's holding together nice. Really beautiful construction on that. Excuse me. I guess the tea and the smoke is doing its bit. I'm not really getting any other flavours now. I mean, the sweetness is coming through, that chocolatiness. Nice on the retro hail there, just a little blast. Very smooth, very smooth. And you see I'm double, triple puffing. That's just force of habit. I should probably just relax and, I mean, single puff this. I smoke a lot of Cuban cigars typically, and this is Nicaraguan. And this pulls really, really smooth, and really, the draw on this is so good. I mean, it's just so smooth. And I know that with brands like AJ, well, I'm not sure about AJ Fernandez actually, but I know with a lot of the Nicaraguans, they use the Draw Master for testing cigars. And I know with many of the Cuban cigars which I smoke, I smoke Monte Cristos, and again, correct me if I'm wrong, put it in the comments, because like I say, I'm just a, you know, a personal smoker. Like I'm not a connoisseur yet, you know. But with the Cuban cigars, they're usually, I find they're packed tight, very tight. They're rolled really tight. And what I find by that is, obviously, you're going to get a harder draw. It's harder to pull, and often I end up having to do some little, you know, yeah, I might punch it slightly, or, you know, you use one of the tools and just put a little bit of a, loosen it up slightly. But with the Nicaraguans, you don't have to do that. Typically, they're tested. They have the Draw Master, so they use the metrics and data, so that when they're wrapping them in their factories, they're made to draw really well. And this is clearly the case with this AJ Fernandez. And I think AJ Fernandez, they probably use the draw. I'll research it. I'm sure they have Draw Master in their productions, but this pulls really well, really smooth draw, loads of smoke. And that's why, by force of habit, you'll see me double, triple puffing on my cigars when I smoke, and if I do more of these videos, because usually I smoke very tight Cubans, and you really have to draw very long ones as well. You have to draw hard to get enough smoke, so I'm typically doing a 2 or 3 pull puff. So let's take a single draw on this. Beautiful, beautiful flavour, absolutely. And we're probably reaching the end of the first third. We're into the second third now. Not a bad little smoke at all. I mean, you know, for a 4.5 stick, it's you know, I've probably been smoking for about 18 minutes or so. 15 minutes, I don't know. I mean, there's probably another, I mean, I'm going to smoke it quite the way down. I like it when it gets a bit hot in the final third, so I'm probably going to smoke this down a bit further and past the band, and you know, that might take me another 15 minutes. So great value. And I think this is around £15 here in the UK or so. US, I don't know how much this goes for. $7 perhaps, $9, I don't know. I'll have to check it out. You guys let me know. Tell me if you how much is this in your country. Got out plumes of smoke, burning well. Absolutely delicious. I'll probably have a coffee with mine next time. Typically I like bourbons, whiskies. You know, Scotch is great too, a nice Scotch, but I've been really into my my whiskies later. The Maker's Mark, Knob Creek, Buffalo Trace, fantastic one, that one. Yeah, Buffalo Trace, lovely Kentucky whiskey that. Bullet, yeah, that's another one that I've been enjoying, the Bullet. Bullet bourbon. And interestingly, and this isn't, you know, I'm not pointing this out for anyone specifically, but Amazon, interestingly, has been really good, because you can actually order your alcohol, I mean your whiskies. So, and some of the prices have been fantastic. I'll probably do some coffee with some of my Nicaraguan cigars. I've ordered a big bunch of stick. Well, not a big bunch. I've got probably another, I mean, I've got a stack in the humidor here already. And we'll sample some of those, and I'll probably do a few little videos. But I've ordered a new batch of various cigars to try out. And I'll tell you who's inspired me a lot. Well, I watch a few of these videos online. and there's a couple, but there's one guy, Graham Kilpatrick, and he's in the States, I think Virginia, and I love his videos. They're really great. It's very informative. It's very short. Like, he does a 3-4 minute video, and it's usually an intro, just with him just starting off the cigar. He'll usually end it before it goes through the full smoke. Unfortunately, Graham's ill. I think he had a stroke. So Graham, if you ever pick this up, I hope you feel better soon, buddy, and take care. And you're a big inspiration. I really love your videos. You've taught me a lot about cigars, and I've ordered a few because of Graham's recommendations, guys. He's really good. Check out his channel, go and find him. He's got stacks of videos. Really, the guy's an expert. I mean, leisure smoker. You know, he's been smoking for years, but I found some real nice smokes by watching his videos and then sampling those. And this is the thing, guys, if you're thinking of getting into cigar smoking, try them out. You don't just have, like when I started, I loved, I mean, I do love Monte Cristo number 4, perfect. Monte Cristo number 1 Especial, lovely. I like those as well, really nice. But don't just stick with one cigar. Many people, I think, fall into that trap when they get started. They find a nice starter cigar, a nice mild creamy one, they'll enjoy it and they'll just smoke that. But I don't tend to do that. I don't get a full box of cigars that are all the same. I'd rather cherry pick singles, and if I really like them, of course, I'll try and keep one in the humidor. So I might order, see, look, I'm just going to touch this up slightly as I've been talking. There's a bit of a side, I've got a bit of a run going on here. So, you know what, that might correct itself. Let's just see. Anyway, as I was saying, I'm just going to touch that up. There we go. Might as well just touch it up there. And that's probably because I've been talking and holding the cigar in one position and the wind's hitting it. I don't think it's the fault of the cigar. It's burning very nicely. As I was saying, I like to sample my cigars and try different ones. When I first started, I was smoking Cubans, mainly Cohiba, and Monte Cristo, primarily Monte Cristo. That's my go-to cigar. Bear with me, I've got a young puppy Doberman. Maybe I'll show him to you next time. He's just waking up. 1 minute. So one of the kids is going to let him out. Yeah, so I used to smoke mainly Cubans, and I always thought, yeah, Cubans are great. And I tried a Dominican cigar. I think it's called Black Stick. Black Cigar, Black Stick. I can't remember the name. I'll put it in the comments. It was really nice. And then I started watching more videos and learning about cigars, and then I started to realize, oh, okay, so you can, you know, the Nicaraguans are pretty good. You know, it's not that they're cheaper and they're inferior. There's this myth about Cuban cigars are the best, it's the best tobacco. Look, Cuban cigars are great. The tobacco is outstanding. The quality, the you know, the excellence that goes into that production. But I think one of the things is, and I didn't know this based in the UK, we can get our Cuban cigars, but because of the history with the United States and the current situation still with Cuba, they can't import them. They can't. I don't think you can legally get Cuban cigars in the US. And if you're American or you know, put your comments in the, you know, put your feedback in the comments. Give us some opinion on that. But yeah, so what I found is a lot of the guys that do the videos in the States, the Americans, smoke Nicaraguan cigars or Cuban or Dominican cigars, or, you know, other types of cigars, just because getting real Havanas, you know, Cuban cigars into the United States is a bit complicated. It might be illegal. Again, I don't know, guys, so sorry if I sound naive, but I don't know the legality. I'm no expert. But here in the UK, we get our, you know, and they are more expensive than the Nicaraguans, or, you know, the other types of cigars are a bit cheaper. Cheaper doesn't mean inferior in any way whatsoever. And as I was saying, by me getting into these Nicaraguan blends, you know, I've learnt about brands that I had no idea, like Rocky Patel. I had no idea who Rocky Patel was or what the brand was. You know, lawyer, that I think he was a Hollywood lawyer, that's right, or a celebrity lawyer. And yeah, he followed his passion for cigars and ended up setting up his own company, which is the Rocky Patel Cigar Company, and he produces some outstanding cigars. I think you know, I've got some coming in that I'll try next time. But yeah, and then there's other brands, Perdomo, that I've started trying. You know, AJ Fernandez, various brands that I probably wouldn't necessarily have even gone to initially when I started, because I thought, oh, a cigar, that's Cuba. Real cigars come from Cuba, you know, that naivety really. So do try different countries, and I know that there's many websites that have sample packs and such. You can get a mixed batch, around the world samplers and all this type of thing. Try them out. You know, well, that's a great way to find your flavour and see what you like. And I think that's what it's all about. It's all about trying something and seeing where your fit is and where your flavour is and what your taste is. You know, you've got the darker wrappers, you've got the Maduros, you've got the, you know, the more complex blends, which will be more flavourful. Excuse me. And you know, some people like the lighter wrapper, the more creamy and milder flavours that you typically get. And I think it's just about trying it out. Now, a lot of people recommend, when you're first starting out, don't go straight to the bitter cigars, because what will happen is, if you smoke bitter cigars or strong full flavour cigars when you're just starting out, that ruins your palate. You can't really then go back to the lighter stuff. You can't detect the different subtle flavours in that light one, because your palate will just be kind of locked on from that first sort of experience. So a lot of people say work your way, should I say up or down, work your way up to stronger cigars. I think I kind of did that. Like I say, I started with Monte Cristos really, and they were smooth and creamy, lighter wrappers, and like I say, they're very tightly packed, so the draw, you have to really pull on them to get much smoke. And because of that, you're not taking as much in, and it's you know, it's a longer smoke and it's a milder experience. It's not, I mean, really, you don't want to have your first cigar and just get that bitter, booming, bitter, nasty sort of just leather and wood flavour, right? Which some of them might have that type of feeling. And pepper, loads of pepper. That's right. You know, these Matura or very, you know, very stronger cigars, these full-bodied cigars will have those type of flavours. They'll have, you know, earth, they'll have leather, they'll have wood, and they'll have pepper. Okay, it's the pepper, and everyone always talks about this black or red pepper, that spice. But if you want that, you know, that's up to you. But maybe work your way up to it. I kind of did. I, you know, like I say, I started off with Cuban cigars, and I went on to a couple of Nicaraguans. I tried a couple of the black market cigars, and they were really nice. Alec Bradley, really good, great construction, good price. Yeah, the Alec Bradley's really nice, but a bit more complex flavour, a bit more of a deeper, richer flavour. Perhaps not the best first time cigar, I don't know. I mean, it's, again, do your research, watch some vids, go online, look at the forums. I find, you know, YouTube's pretty good for me. There's a lot of people on there with a lot of experience and a lot of money. It's not cheap, you know, a decent cigar, especially here in the UK. For something that might be $7 to $10, 12 to 15 bucks in the US, here we're going to pay 25 bucks, you know, 25 pounds. So, you know, it is more expensive, and we're shot with tax here. They just put, you know, inflation's going up and everything gone up. They've just whacked another tobacco tax, increased. So Wow, this is just an incredible cigar. I must say, I'm really surprised. It's a really good smoke. Very enjoyable. Pepper on that retrohale though. No denying it. Of course, why do people retrohale with a cigar? Because obviously you're not inhaling this into your lungs, you're holding it in your mouth. You're using air pressure from your lungs just to force the smoke in your mouth out through your nose. The reason you do that is so you get a more complexity of the flavour, because the nose is actually more sensitive, or there's more sensitivity. It's another set of olfactory fragrance and flavour. So what you're getting on your mouth, on the tongue, is one element on the palate, as they say. And what comes out of your nose and what you're sensing on the nose is going to give you a different variation of that. So it's another way of just enjoying those fragrances, those flavours in a more fuller and richer context. Nice, beautiful on the retrohale there. Pepper, a little tiny bit of wood, some nuttiness coming through now as it heats up, and as sometimes you get that tobacco at the end, that real tobacco flavour. I'm just getting a nice bit of nut, still with that slight cinnamon coming through, and a little bit of chocolate on that, which is great. Really good smoke this. Right, let's flick the ash. Came off right. A little bit of a, like I say, I'm not going to comment on the sideburn here, or a very small run, because I'm outside and it's the UK and it's kind of windy. So, but amazing smoke output. The jaw's fantastic. Doesn't really have a deep lingering, aftertaste. What should I call it? The finish. So the finish is quite short for me. A little bit of silkiness on the mouth. A mixture of it's very, very subtle oiliness, but not a horrible oil. It's a nice, sweet, creamy oil. Plumes of smoke coming off that. Look at it. That is look at that nice white ash. A really great burn. Again, faultless. Construction's great. I probably toasted my toasted the end a little much. I got a little bit of the wrapper just slightly degradation there, but that's my fault. And I should have probably clipped it before I toasted it, but it doesn't matter. Toasted the foot, and then I clipped it, and then sparked it up, and we're just getting to the end of the second third, and we'll be into the final third shortly. No transitions, no special transition on this. Again, it's a smaller stick, and although this is a special, a kind of special blend of AJ's tobaccos, yeah, it's a kind of a nice finisher. When would I smoke this? I probably wouldn't have it as a morning cigar. Maybe lunchtime, actually. The last call suggests it's an evening smoke, maybe a short finish to the evening before bedtime, with a nightcap perhaps. I certainly wouldn't have this after a meal. I'd probably go for a Toro, which is a larger size, or a, maybe a Churchill or something, if I was having a big meal and some red wines or something, or a big whiskey night. But this is nice. This is nice. I could have this with a coffee. Maybe at the end of an evening I might have a nice cup of tea, which is what I'm paired mine with. My English tea, my Earl Grey. That's going so well. It's fantastic. And there we go. I mean, I think that's pretty much the end of the video. I'm going to call it here because it's already 30 minutes of me waffling on. But a fantastic smoke. Overall, yeah, great smoke, good output, nice flavours. It got a lot smoother to the end. I'm getting now less pepper as I'm going to start in the final third soon. Much less pepper, more chocolate, tiny bit of cinnamon. The woodiness has gone, all that cedar. That was early on. I think I was getting a lot of pepper and wood, cedar. Then it went into more of a nutty flavour midway, and then near the end it's sweetened out. A nice sweet smoke. Smooth, sweet, chocolate. And I'm going to call it. Thank you for watching. If you've enjoyed my video, leave some comments, leave your opinions again, and follow me for more videos. Thanks guys, take care.